You know that moment when a melody pops into your head and you think, oh gosh, I think I like that. Let me get a guitar. Then you pick up a guitar, start strumming, and all of a sudden you start to talk yourself out of it. Nah, somebody's probably written that already. That's too simple. I'm not good enough yet. I don't like the sound of my own voice. I've watched so many songwriters do this. They create something amazing, then they convince themselves it's garbage and nobody ever gets to hear it. Today I want to tell you something crazy, and that's that you're probably already writing better songs than you think you are. The problem likely isn't your songs. It's what you're telling yourself about them. And if you've ever been your own worst critic, like we often are, what I'm about to tell you could change everything. Have you ever watched a 5-year-old play the piano or the drums? My son Ezra, when he sits down, he just plays with total reckless abandon, and it's the most joyous thing that I've ever seen. He bangs on the keys, bangs on the drums, makes up silly songs about the cat, and just laughs whenever he messes up. He's not thinking about chord progressions or whether the lyrics rhyme. He's just making music. Then watch anybody over the age of 15 try to write a song. Suddenly, it's all about, is this good enough? And what will people think? I needed to sound like Olivia Rodrigo or The Weeknd or something of that nature. And I want to know, when did we decide that growing up meant killing our natural instinct to create? Your inner 5-year-old knew something that your adult brain has forgotten. Music is supposed to feel good. It's supposed to be an expression of something inside you that wants to come out. That 5-year-old kid didn't write bad songs. They wrote honest ones. Now, here's the trap that most songwriters fall into. They compare their rough drafts to somebody else's masterpiece. You strum a chord progression and think, oh, this doesn't sound like the Beatles. Well, of course it doesn't. You're not the Beatles. You are you. And here's something else to blow your mind. The Beatles didn't sound like the Beatles either when they first started. Their early recordings are full of what they call learning experiences. But they kept going, not because they were fearless, but because they understood something crucial. Every song you write teaches you something about the next one. Your voice isn't supposed to sound like somebody else's. It's supposed to sound like yours. And the only way to find that out is to use it. Stop comparing your beginning to somebody else's middle. Let me tell you something that I see when I work with certain songwriters. Someone writes a beautiful line and then I watch their face light up. For just a second, they feel it. They know they've captured something real. Then, like clockwork, doubt starts to creep in. Actually, this is probably stupid. I don't know if I like it. And then just like that, it's gone and they move on to the next one. Elliott Smith, one of my greatest songwriting heroes, once said, if you like it, there must be something good about it. I remember the first time I heard that interview, him say that, and it just unlocked so much for me. Notice that he didn't say, if everyone likes it. He said, if you like it. Your tastes matter. Your instincts matter. That little spark of excitement that you feel when you've written something that you connect with, that's not delusion. That's your authentic voice recognizing itself. The world doesn't need another perfect song. We now have AI to create those for us. The world needs your song. Messy, honest, real, imperfect. I want you to begin to trust that spark because it knows things that your inner critic doesn't. Okay, so now I want you to try something that might sound a little backwards. I want you to set a timer for 15 minutes, no longer, and just try to write the most honest song that you can within that 15 minutes. Not good, not bad, just honest. Write about whatever's really going on in your mind right now. Your coffee getting cold, that conversation that you had yesterday with an old friend, the way the light looks through the window. Don't worry about it being meaningful or deep or radio ready. Just write what's true for you in this moment, no matter how big or small. And here's what I guarantee will happen. You'll write something that surprises you, something that perhaps feels more like you than anything you've written when you were trying to write something good. And that's because when you stop trying to perform and start expressing, the magic begins to happen naturally. The goal is not to write a hit song in 15 minutes. It's to remind you what your natural voice sounds like when no one's judging it, including yourself. But what happens if people don't like it? Here's a truth that might sting. Some people won't like your song. Some people don't like ice cream. Some people don't like sunsets. Some people don't like fast cars. That doesn't make ice cream bad. It doesn't make sunsets any less beautiful. And it doesn't make fast cars wrong. Your song is not for everyone. No song is, but it is for someone. And that someone might be exactly who needs to hear it. For example, I've had songs that I thought were just throwaways that happen to be the ones that people connect with the most. And in large part, that's because those songs weren't trying to be anything other than honest. Your job isn't to write songs that everyone will love. Your job is to write songs that matter to you. The people who need to hear them will find them. And the people who don't, they were never your audience anyway. Think of songwriting like water finding its way downhill. Water doesn't question whether it's flowing the right way or compare itself to other rivers. It just flows naturally the way that the earth is carved. And I want to posit that your creativity works in exactly the same way. It wants to flow through you naturally, without force and without judgment. But we're dam builders, aren't we? We like to hold up the water and see if we can get it to flow a different way. We tell ourselves we need more skills, we need more knowledge, more experience before we can actually let it flow freely. And skills are tools, and tools are very useful. In fact, I'm writing a whole book about tools for songwriting right now. But they serve the flow, they don't create it, and they don't impede it. The flow is already there, and it's been there all along. Your job isn't to manufacture creativity, it's to clear the obstacles and let it move through you. Excellence is not about perfection, it's about being excellent at being yourself. And you're the only person who can do that job. So here's what I want you to know. That song that's been bouncing around in your head, it's already good enough to exist. And it's not because it's perfect, it's because it's yours. That melody you hummed in the shower, write it down. Those lyrics that you've been afraid to say out loud, say them. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting to be ready, and stop waiting to be somebody else. Your songs matter because you matter. Your perspective is unique because you are unique, and the world needs what only you can create. If you want to dive deeper into letting your creativity flow out naturally, I want to encourage you to check out my free ebook, Songwriters SOS. But more importantly, go write some songs today. Something small, something honest, something that feels like you. I would love for you to drop the first line of your new song in the comments below. We have to celebrate the courage that it takes to create. Remember, you don't have to be different to write songs. You just have to be yourself. And that's something that you're already perfectly made to do. Please like and subscribe to this channel. And I just want to thank you so much for watching if you've made it to the end. Also, check out my newsletter, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey everybody, I just wanted to invite you to download a free copy of my ebook, Songwriters SOS. SOS stands for Spark, Optimize, and Seek. Spark inspiration with gratitude. Optimize your environment and routine, and seek new experiences and perspectives. In this ebook, I talk about some of the ways that you can optimize your life for creativity. I've got some prompts for you and some exercises for you, but it expands on everything I talk about in these YouTube videos, how to break through creative blocks, how to generate endless song ideas. It's completely free. Just sign up for my newsletter and I'll send it straight to your inbox. Hit the link in the description and grab your copy of it now. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to sharing Songwriters SOS with you, my free ebook.